Okay, so, I already showed you my brush settings. I do blots at 140, keeping the intensity as high. Sometimes I'll take the density down to 70, but for more solid stripes, you just kind of want to keep it at 100. My technique, however, is a tad bit confusing, and I'm just redesigning some of my old Warrior OCs. Obviously she's a mess. I'm just trying to think about how to go about this. I technically just kind of do quick little dashes, and I'm using a mouse. I'm not using a trackpad, not using a tablet, none of that good stuff. So I just kind of tend to do little dash marks. How many rings does she have on her tail? I'll just mess that up. Oh well, we're gonna keep it that way. Or just quick little clicks up and down. I'm gonna take one of the suggestions I got today about changing marking size and adding a, because she looks, in my mind she was supposed to be kind of like a I don't know what you call it, a mackerel tabby, the one with bigger spots and swirls. So my bad, just muted the microphone for a second. I'm going to try to get the bigger ones, kind of like, I don't have anything up here right now on my browser, but I'm trying to upload stuff so I can transfer my stuff to my new laptop when it gets here. But yeah, it's just kind of like quick little, because the stripe is weird, I'm just going to try and do a solid one. But yeah, my technique is essentially just quick little stripe marks. I'll tell you what, it's not easy with a mouse. Especially when I'm tired and hungry and I haven't done much of anything today. I get shaky. A lot of backwards art today. Let's see. I'm gonna start up here. Just do a dash. That's too big. Just kind of. I really honestly feel bad because I really just don't know how to explain how to do this. It's just something I started doing with one of my other cats. Actually, let me go find it real quick. I've been working on stuff. I'll bring up some of the ones that I started this new technique on. Some of them turned out better than the others. Some of them didn't. I actually have quite a few that I did. Tiger Lily would probably be the best example for the mackerel swirls and having, you know, bigger patches than just the small, what I call tick tabby, I guess. I think this was before I got too heavily into my type of it. Like, this is what I used to do with the tabby, is just solid stripes, and as you can see, that doesn't look very good anymore. This was my example of a ticked tabby. It didn't work very well. This one's probably my favorite. These are all based on some of my living cats. Well, deceased or missing now. This one's probably my favorite. That's one of them that I just really didn't like. with the new design, or, you know, technique. That one looks much better on the old design, which I don't think I have anymore. That one's not too bad. It's the same as some of the other ones. This is the one I posted in the group. Maple Heart, or just Maple. He's supposed to have the smaller tabby. He's what is called a classic tabby. Oh, sorry. So he's got more of the stripes than the other ones. And that's another one based on one of the kittens I have right now. That was supposed to be a, I don't know. In all honesty, my cat is like a classic tabby and a ticked tabby mix, but that's based on my cat that I have right now. It's one of my OC kittens and Vonstedt, who I'm working on now. But yeah, I honestly just don't know how to explain it, except for I do quick little dashes here and there. The shapes of them, like where the stripes go, honestly, that is the hardest thing. I looked up on DeviantArt. I initially picked up my, knowledge of where the stripes should go off of somebody who was designing Dapple. No, not Dapple. Brindle for dogs. And it was like, lay down your base stripes. So, like your main stripes. And those would be these for me. The circular patterns in her tail stripes. And then, just kind of fill in the blanks, I guess. I feel awful for not being able to explain it more. Try not to do, like, solid strokes. Unless you're, like, those are awful. Unless your density, or, sorry, your scale, well, it doesn't help that I'm using a fuzzier brush, but, alright, let me get a bigger brush real quick. The lower your scale, the more of that spotting is going on. But the higher your scale, the less the spotting is going on. Hence why I have it set at roughly 140, which I cannot figure out how to get perfect on Psy ever. And then I use the second to last brush hardness, I guess. And then for smaller tabbies, I use the smaller brushes, like usually don't go any higher than 10. But because she's supposed to be mackerel with less stripes and in bigger patches, I'll use something between 10 and 20. Not liking it so far, but I'm just trying to show you what I'm talking about. I don't know, that doesn't look too bad. And then something I learned too is it doesn't look good when you have like open spots. Like what am I trying to say here? Blank spots on your cat, I guess. Like if there's a tabby like this right here, just add a few little dots in between. I don't know, that's my preference. I don't like the gaps, I guess. But yeah, I don't know how else to explain, but just quick little spots and dashes here and there. Play around with how you feel it should go. Let me know what program you have. Pitch! Sorry about that. Let me know what program you have, because my sister uses Photoshop on her laptop. I can probably, get her to show me a little bit, like if she does tabbies. I don't know, she doesn't do too much cat stuff. But yeah, I'm just gonna finish this design up here on this video for now, so I don't have to pause to take a break or whatnot. Like when I was showing you the other designs I had, it's hard to really know where the stripes need to go, or how many, or how dense. For me, it strictly depends on the type of tabby you're looking for. Because like this one was supposed to be mackerel, so you would want the bigger, thicker ones, and probably in more of a swirling pattern. I think that's called mackerel. I'm not 100% sure. And then ticked tabby would be less spots and less thickness. They'd be thinner, less density, not as many stripes. Classic tabbies, I would stick to having a lot of stripes, because classic tabbies are where most of the tabbies get their names, having their stripes, having so many of them. But yeah, I'll finish up Fawn Step while I'm here. Sometimes I make these things extremely confusing for myself, so don't worry. What color do I have? Blue? I bought this Lineart set forever ago. That looks good. And have just been kind of using them for OCs because it comes customizable. You have thick fur, thin fur, bobtail. The person who did this has like multiple sets of Lineart. He's got kittens, apprentices, the warriors themselves, and each base is editable to your kitty cat's liking. Or, well, to your liking, I suppose. Alrighty then. I don't know if anybody else uses a mouse, but I can tell you what, it's not fun. I mean, unless you're used to it, I guess. I'm kinda used to it. I started using a mouse a couple of months ago, so I haven't been using it too much. Alright, there you have it. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh yeah, I think she looks better. If you have any more questions, go ahead and ask. I don't mind at all. But until then, I will see you later.